spitting facts. People who sleep with their phone on silent or dead really don't give a f about nobody's life. Look, if you decide to have a problem after midnight, that's between you and God tbh. If you're in a life or death situation, I'm the last person you should be calling. I can give you thumbs up on videos you ask me to watch without actually watching. But that's about it. Yo, my dude, if you are dying, the only way you are going to get my help is when I wake up in the morning, or blowing up a bomb in front of my house. My phone is pretty much permanently DND. Exactly. I'm not 911. My phone has been on silent since 2015. Yup, I live states away from family and friends, and my coworkers even work in other states. There would be nothing I could do for them in an emergency. Y'all, can we get an adult on this? Realizes I'm an adult, can we get a more competent hoe? And I'm second to last after call me before you call them, but call literally everyone else first. Yay, same. Phone goes on silent, but calls will go through. You can always call 3 times in a row to bypass DND for this exact reason. Who is your emergency contact? 911? The fuck is my mom going to do? Exactly. Is it an emergency? Is someone injured or dying? Then fucking call 911. Not my sleeping ass. My phone lives its life 90% of the time on silent tbh. When I'm awake my phone is on vibrate. When I'm asleep it's on silent. I'm a light sleeper, so whenever an app decides to give me a notification in the middle of the night for no reason, if it buzzes I wake up. Volume is only turned on when I expect a call I can absolutely not miss. I think I turned the volume and or vibrate on my phone once in the 2+ years I've had this phone. Mine is on permanent silence. I'm so much happier. DND here. I have to go into my texts or calls to know if anyone said anything to me, and it's amazing. 100% here. Also, this username of yours lol. The only time I take mine off silent is when I order a pizza. Suppressive environment. I haven't had the sound on my phones since 12 years ago exactly. I use DND at night, but allow calls from specific contacts to come through, but it is vibrate, because I for some reason can wake up to the sound of it vibrating. This reminds me of when I emailed my apartment management after hours and their auto response was like, if it's a weekend or after hours, you're out of luck, don't have an emergency, just call us during regular hours. I guess your property is just going to be flooded for the next 2 days. I don't think landlords understand the definition of an emergency. This is my landlord. If it's after 5 or a holiday, good luck getting in contact with anyone. The garage door broke during a holiday and it took a tenant to fix it because no one could get in contact with anyone. DND modis, when you hire an orc to yell at callers for trying to wake you up. How is this the only comment that truly understands? Does the orc roll for intimidation with every call? Anytime I hear orc, my mind flips it to Lord of the Rings. Without fail. Or a low-end barbarian. I really read D&D as Dungeons and Dragons about 3 times before I picked up that they meant do not disturb. Can it be a Warhammer orc? I kind of would love the spam caller who keeps calling me to be yelled at by angry Cockney Shrek. I just now realized that D&D stands for Do Not Disturb and not Dungeons and Dragons. Bruh, I had to reread that part. I was so confused what Dungeons and Dragons had to do with my phone. Even though I have Do Not Disturb turn on every night between 8 to 7 midnight, 10 PM and I'm done. Yeah, I basically tell anyone that gets my phone number that don't expect a response after 10 PM. Half the time, I'm not even sleeping. I just don't give a fuck about people's shit after 10 PM. I'm either with the right people at that point or doing my own thing. Good luck, mfers. On weekends maybe, I have my phone set to automatically switch to D&D if my GPS detects that I'm no longer within 200 meters of work. Mine is set on D&D for notifications, not for calls, mostly because of work and emergencies. Miss me with your nighttime messages. Quit doing dumb shit like sending me memes at 2 AM on a weekday. I put it on D&D because people bothered me with non-emergencies. For real. My best friend, at least when we are not in a pandemic, works at a nightclub, which means he's texting me at all hours of the day. I love him. so much that I can absolutely wait to see the meme he texted me at 4 until I wake up at 7. Is this what day is this? Please have your emergency during my office hours. I'll get back to you in 2 to 4 business days. Airplane mode for me. Not kidding. Same here. I live on the other side of the world from everyone. My phone is basically always on airplane mode. I do live in a rural area with basically no cell signal though, and I get my calls and texts over Wi-Fi, so it's a different thing. I work third shift. If I didn't set my phone to silent I would be woken up 5 or 6 times per sleep by spam calls and or relatives that don't understand my schedule. Overnight worker here too. Thank God for do not disturb. Before that it was airplane mode just to get some rest. I felt this. Worked the same second shift job for 4 years and the schedule literally never changes. Throw in a couple time zones and I never know what weird hours you're working. Still get calls while at work or sleeping. DND it is. Everyone doesn't do this. I'm not a doctor, a lawyer or a necromancer. Nothing I can do at 3 AM that I can't do just as effectively after I wake up. Most people's emergency isn't an emergency, and if it is then there's usually fuck all a friend or family member can do about it. Lol, I shut my phone off at 6 PM. Nobody is going to ruin my evening or sleep. I'm on do not disturb from 10 PM to 10 AM and on silent from 10 AM to 10 PM. Calls from my immediate family and my partner are set to always get through, but anyone else can wait for me to get back to you. I don't understand people who think it's rude for others to not be available 24/7. This used to be how things were, to a point. There were huge gaps in the day where you couldn't get people because we weren't home. Bruh, we just want to sleep so we can fix your problems tomorrow SMH. Look, I'm no one's emergency contact. I'm just not. I can't even drive, so unless you're physically here, I can't help. Also, I have friends that I love with ADHD and terrible sleeping patterns that will message me at ungodly hours on a work night. Also, I have friends that I love with ADHD and terrible sleeping patterns that will message me at ungodly hours on a work night. This is the point, right here. People only turn their phones on silent while sleeping when they have inconsiderate and immature people who don't care about their lives and their sleep. I don't turn the ringer off my phone because I don't have anyone who is going to call me unless it's an absolute emergency. So here's the thing, I barely give a f in the daytime. At night I don't even care about what happens in my own life. I'm going to be asleep. People who call people in the middle of the night don't give a f about nobody's life. We know we are down the list for any emergency calls. If there is a worrisome situation in our immediate circle, we will make an exception. Otherwise, we prefer to confront news after a decent sleep. My cell is my business phone. Get phone calls from all over the world at all hours, day and night. As soon as I get in my garage, phone goes on silent and stays there until I'm in my truck to leave the next morning. Pretty much. You can give me shit for never answering my phone, looking at you family, but when you get upwards of 3 to 4 calls a day, sometimes more, asking how to turn the volume up on your phone, or that your app rings too much, or you forgot your passwords, or you don't like your background on your phone, or you need to use $400 of my credit and tell me you are going to pay me back because you are too ignorant or lazy to read or learn to shop online, or just any basic dumb bullshit that doesn't need a phone call. I legit get anxiety now when my phone rings because my family will call for just about any dumb fucking thing and get upset that I don't answer phone. Like maybe if 75% of my calls weren't annoying or stress-riddled dumb questions that put me out of my comfort zone. Like asking to use my credit or help one of your friends I barely know with something that takes 20 minutes to learn. I hate to say this, but I hate phone calls now, especially from my family. If you are one of these people who calls for no reason other than just to bother someone, or because you would rather bug someone to do something for you, even if you yourself can learn it in less than a day, fuck you. No, I just care about my health and well-being. Wild concept, I know. but few issues are so very serious they can't wait a few hours, and those are mostly limited to I need an ambulance and I killed someone. I'm not a doctor, so call 999 instead of me, and it's much easier to hide a body with a bit of planning after a good night's sleep, so just chill for a while. Also, the last time my phone was off silent was when I took it out the box. All the people I would want to call me in the middle of the night are set to get through regardless of the time of day. I have my phone on silent roughly 24/7. I rarely call/text anyone, then again who would I talk to? I just text my wife throughout the day. If someone is dead, they will be just as dead at 6 AM. If they are in jail, they can't make bail at 2 AM anyway. My close family does not live local, so if they are dying, I couldn't get there in the middle of the night. There is absolutely nothing worth interrupting my sleep. Anyone who would call me before 8 AM I will be no longer friendly towards anyways, so I won't care about their problems. Joke's on you, my phone is silent 24/7. Don't bother me. I keep my phone off silent when I sleep cause it doesn't wake me up, lol. The last regret of those people who led you to silence your phone at night will be those times when they drunk dialed you repeatedly at 3 AM. I don't think my phone has a Dungeons and Dragons mode. How do you put your phone on Dungeons and Dragons mode? If my friends would quit sending me pictures of Mandingus at night I wouldn't have to D&D. My phone is always on silent. Of course I wanna have my phone on silent. I wanna fucking sleep. Call me anytime doesn't mean any damn time. My phone is on vibrate and that's it. If you need me, text me, and if I notice it at some point, maybe I'll help you. I DK about her, but I think sleeping is necessary and healthy. I read that as Dungeons and Dragons and was instantly confused. My phone's on silent 24/7. I always put my phone in Dungeons and Dragons mode. My phone is on silent 24/7. Why do people not understand that my phone is for me? Not you, not anyone else, me. The same is true for everyone. If I don't want to be bothered or answer a call or text, then that is my prerogative. I sure do love leaving my phone in Dungeons and Dragons. Mine is on D&D permanently. If you want to get hold of me, it's when I pick up my phone. I have my phone on D&D all night and only my mom and siblings can break through because I know they will only call if it's urgent. But even during the day my phone is only ever on vibrate. My phone is always on silent. If it's an emergency, call the ambulance. If you're not with your life at risk, it can wait till tomorrow. My new phone gives me the option to change the D&D setting, so if someone calls me back to back, then it will alert me on the second call. But if I'm being completely honest, I was only excited to have this option for when my ad brain ultimately forgets where I set it down. When is D&D considered do not disturb? I was so confused thinking it meant Dungeons and Dragons. Pretty sure if you call someone a few times in a row it overrides the silent feature. No? A select group of people are set to favorite, so they can wake me. You're not one of those people. In D&D mode your phone starts to tell you an adventure story about a bunch of murder hobos fighting a lich. When I read D&D I thought it meant Dungeons and Dragons. You know you are important to someone when you get permissions to bypass do not disturb. Pretty much, because you want to talk to me at 5 AM does not mean I want to talk to you. Lol, my D&D goes on at 7, so I can play my games in peace. For a few seconds I was wondering how you can leave your phone on Dungeons and Dragons. What is D&D mode? It could mean you gotta roll a 1d20, don't pick up, if you roll a 10 or under, and pick up, if you roll 11 or above, or it's just short for do not disturb. Came to ask. Do not disturb. Do not disturb. Do not disturb. My D&D Let's Start contacts through my starred people are my girlfriend, my little sister and my dad. Everyone else can get someone else to help hide the body. The only reason why my phone isn't on D&D right now is because I'm getting my calls from the office. I sleep with the phone on D&D and you'll get through to me if you call twice in a few minimums. But also, if you are deemed a favorite, your call will go through. People who keep the keyboard press sound on need watched. Most phones will let cast through a view call like 5 times within 10 minutes. You can also allow specific numbers, like my mom, who would only call me in an emergency after 10 PM. The minute I go to bed my phone goes on the charger and on airplane mode. Jeff. My phone is on silent 24/7, especially at night because it makes me jumpy if it's on anything but silent. #ANXIETYPROBS lol. My phone never leaves DND in silent lol. I haven't turned my phone off silent since forever, have no reason to lol. The only people that need to get a hold of me in the middle of the night are my mom, dad, brother and BF. The rest of you can wait until normal business hours or call 911 SMH. Unless you or someone else is dying then it's not important until 9 AM. Favorite contacts ring through the DND, so I care about 5 people's lives. The rest of you, though, my phone's on silent 24/7. If I don't have it in front of me to notice it ringing I wasn't interested enough in speaking to you. I never answer the phone, no matter what time it is. My phone is on permanent DND. My phone is on DND at night, but a call from one of my favorite numbers will still ring. Best of both worlds. I've got my phone on do not disturb from 11 PM to 6 AM. Too many spam callers to get woken up in the middle of the night for that shit. No. Who the hell keeps their phone on at night? Too many spam calls. My phone is always on silent plus no disturb. Lol. Mine's after 10. My dad always turns his phone off to charge it. I'm like, dad, you don't need to turn it off to charge it. But he just keeps doing it anyway. SMH. I've had to get used to saying that people aren't entitled to my time on this earth, except for any children I might have. I'll help you through whatever crisis if you need me, but I'm not here to just serve you. My phone is literally always in silent mode. No one I care about ever calls me though. Now I'm asleep. DND and silent have options to allow specific people through. My phone is always on silent. Choose your saviors more wisely. I turn mine off. My phone is on DND from 10 PM to 8 AM. If someone wants me and thinks I'll pick up my phone in that time frame, they don't know me. Not only do I have DND set, but I'm also that person that leaves their voicemail box full, so you can't leave me stupid voicemails. Boom. Airplane mode. FFS I'm gonna be way more able to deal with whatever fucked up thing happened in the middle of the night after a full night's sleep. Do people operate their phones off of silent? Just out there in the world with your phone making noise, hearing a ringtone and shit, every notification gives a chime. Damn, that's wild. I'm actually up all night, but my phone has been on DND 4 years straight. I'll see it when I do. I keep my phone on do not disturb and silent. You need to confront the problem yourself, not run to someone else. I mean, nobody texts me anyways, so it's not too much of an issue. I sleep with my phone on do not disturb because I have to up at 2:15 AM, and if you wake me before that I'm going to get mad, and I will wake you up at 4 AM just to say that I made to work safely. I sleep with my phone on Dungeons and Dragons too. Place your iPhone on DND mode with favorites saved, since favorites, immediate family, partner, VIP friends will still be able to reach you when you choose calls from favorites. Guess what? If the fucking government work do something about phone scammers calling me at all hours of the fucking night, I wouldn't have to put my phone on silent. Just call me 2 or 3 times. If you really need me it'll go through. How do people set their phones to Dungeons and Dragons? The important people in my life know that I have that shit on DND, and if you need me, call twice in a row and it will cancel my DND status. Simple as that. Keep stupid people from interrupting your sleep and let the important ones bother you with legit things that matter at 1 AM, like they are drunk and need a ride. Bitch, I will always wake up for you, no questions asked. You call, I'll haul. I'd rather your ass get home safely than me getting my precious sleep. What an Albanian comment. I disconnect my doorbell. I ain't leaving my phone on. Growing up is realizing that some things can wait till the morning. We just favorite the few we care about and everyone else is soul. Friendly reminder that it is okay, encouraged, actually, to set boundaries. It can take a real toll on our mental health to be constantly available, and we are often better friends, partners, etc. when we have some time to ourselves. My phone is always on silent because I never notice the notifications anyways and it only wakes up others. It is better a call if you are stuck or about to die. First off, if you are about to die you should be calling the police. Second, if you are texting after about 11 PM on a weekday, you are "Sol, I have work in the morning. Is this what day is this? This is me and my wife." If it's after 9.
Thanks for watching. If you could like, subscribe and comment best Reddit stories for more Reddit videos.